Salutations everyone, this is No Code Gaming, and I'd like to welcome you back to another Master Duel video. And here we finally are with the Link Festival, I guess? And it's a bit of a different event this time around. It's like a weird amalgamation of the Duelist Cup and a normal extra deck type event. No loner decks, and we have ranks this time. But the entirety of the event forbids fusion, synchros, and XC monsters. So we have a competitive Link event. Overall, this feels like a master rule for the Reckoning. But I digress. Let's see what we have in terms of rewards and a ban list before we go into viable decks for this event. And here we are with the rewards. Overall, in total, right now we get 1800 gems, 6 duelist titles, a blue Link sleeve, as well as a special icon frame, assuming you reach the highest levels for this event, aka Diamond 1 for the Link event. There may be more gems in terms of missions, but if previous events are anything to go by, we may see a total of between 2,000 and 3,000 gems for fully completing this event. So that's all missions and reaching the highest rank for the event. And now on to the ban list. As usual, Master Duel Meta has compiled a pretty good visual of the affected cards and potential decks that have been hit. And looking at what we have here, a bunch of the anti-meta and stun decks have been hit. All summon neutering monsters as well as effects have been hit. So that includes all of the barrier statues, summon limit down here, and of course Fossil Dyna Pachycephalohalo has been hit, as well as Inspector Border, and yeah, basically any field spells or any floodgates that restrict special summoning of any kind, as well as the other stun floodgates have been hit. We have Anti-Spell Fragrance, the Monarch's Erupt, Skill Drain, and the type and attribute affecting floodgates have been forbidden for this event, as well as Flowonderies and Empin, because this is a Link-centered event, you cannot summon Link monsters in defense position to get around Empin's effect, so that's why he has likely been banned, alongside other problematic cards like True Draco. Time Lords have been hit, so Time Lords I don't see being very viable, and Eldritch has been forbidden throughout the entirety of this event. And of course, other problematic field spell cards: Necro Valley, Zombie World, Village of Spellcasters, Pacifist the Phantasm City, Layer of Darkness, and Kyoto Waterfront. The kaijus being forbidden, well, at least the particular kaiju cards like Waterfront and Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is quite odd, but not being able to easily accessible kaiju as well as wipe the field, that's always nice to see. And oddly enough, the Dogmatika cards and the pot of cards, particularly Extravagance, Prosperity, and Duality, have been banned. I see that Dogmatika being forbidden makes sense, as they are very much an anti-extra deck archetype. And let's get on with the limited cards. We also see that, oddly enough, Code Talker and Ikari Agnister are limited to 1, which is odd as these are central to some Link archetypes. Seeing these cards be limited to 1 in particular is quite odd, as they are Link-centric archetypes. However, this also hints that these particular archetypes are very, very potent. Anyways, let's get on with some recommended decks. And here we have Sky Strikers. Sky Strikers is a spell-based deck that allows you to recycle your spell cards and basically grind down your opponent with very, very disruptive spell cards. This is mainly accomplished by the variety of spell cards that you run that have an additional effect if you have 3 or more spell cards in your GY. For example, one of the stronger cards is Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. It is a monster negate. However, if you have 3 or more spells in your GUI, you can take control of the monster that you have negated. Basically, the deck is centered around disruptive cards like these and the ability to recycle them, thanks to Sky Striker Mecha Module's multi-roll. Multi-roll allows you to do is if you have 3 or more spell cards in the GUI, you can, for every Sky Striker spell card that you've activated this turn, recycle Sky Striker spell cards from the GUI and set them on the field. Fortunately, a majority of the Sky Striker spell cards are quick play spells, so you can activate them if they have been set. One cheese strategy I've seen come into play sometimes is to get around multi-roll's downside, where if you activate a Sky Striker spell that you have set because of multi-roll, that spell will be banished. Well, you can actually use Imperial Wall to get around that, because if Imperial Iron Wall is face up on the field, if you activate Widow Anchor and you got it from multi-roll, Widow Anchor actually goes to the GUI, allowing you to reactivate it. So if you want, you can customize the deck and add Imperial Iron Wall just to cheese multi-roll's downside. But I digress. The deck is centered around, of course, the Link monsters and grinding down your opponent's life total while disrupting their plays as much as possible using Sky Striker spells. A more detailed video will be up once the event has started proper, so look forward to that. And here we have the Live Twin deck. This deck, I believe, will be one of the more powerful ones, as Live Twins is a very grindy deck that allows you to run a ton of hand traps in it. If you want to know more about how Live Twins is played, please look at the attached annotation, as I have covered Live Twins when Evil Twins Trouble Sunny was first released. So if you want more ins and outs of the deck, please look at that video. However, that is based off the current meta, and if I feel like it's warranted, I might make another Live Twin video specifically for this event. And those are the 2 decks I feel most comfortable playing for this event. Other decks I suggest, we have Code Talker, the Salamangreat / Salads. Why do we call it Salads? There's no D in the name. Adignister. I'm not sure how potent Adignister will be, as it doesn't have access to some of its XC or Synchro cards. And Dragon Link. Dragon Link, I'm a bit iffy with, as I don't have access to Boral Load Savage or Chaos Emperor, but I have heard rumblings that Dragon Link can be just as potent in this event without its Synchro cards. But other than that, we also have some of the other... I'm not sure how potent Orcus would be, but I know Orcus has some pretty potent cards. And if you are looking for an OTK deck, I just remembered, Crusadia is not that limited. So you can run a Crusadia OTK deck if you want to cheese the event. But you didn't hear that from me. Anyways, like if you like the video, subscribe if you so desire, and hey, maybe post some comments on what deck you plan on bringing to this Duel Regulation Link Festival event thingy. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, have fun.